What is going on, 2K Hoopers? It's your boy, SnowBikeMike, about to take you courtside for day 2 of the NBA 2K League Season 2 Tip-Off Tournament, powered by AT&T, where we had another 2 groups out of our 7 hit the virtual hardwood. So let's lace them up and take a run through all the highlights, scores, and game recaps from night number 2. Of course, to kick off the night, we had the ex-ambassadors performing live in the New York studio with Renegades. And then after that, we got even more exciting news coming out of Charlotte, as the Charlotte Hornets have confirmed that they will be joining the league for season number 3. After all of that hype and excitement from the pregame festivities, we jumped in to group play for Group 3 and 4. To start off our night of hoops, we saw Group 3 hit the stage with our second of 4 newly added expansion teams. TWolves Gaming travel to virtual Memphis to take on Grizz Gaming, with the TWolves lineup boasting Hood, the sensation from Cavs Legion, who was a breakout star from the Season 1 Tip-Off Tournament, and rookie Bear the Beast, who everyone was excited to see hit the court with all of his energy and hype, taking on the new-look Grizz Gaming squad, who had returning player Authentic African, who in Season 1 put up 84 points in a single game, and number 7 overall pick in the Season 2 draft, Vandy, defend the home court for the first game back for Season 2. In the first possession for TWolves Gaming, we saw rookie Bear the Beast score his first ever bucket and first ever points for the TWolves franchise. After that, we saw the veteran with the orange beard Toxic block feast down low and then get up on the offensive side, finishing off a sweet alley-oop. To end the first quarter, we had rookie Dr. JoJo put 2 Grizz Gaming defenders on a poster. Those posters will be sold later on this season, so keep an eye out. In quarter number 2, we saw TWolves Gaming start to get some separation from their defense to add to their lead heading into half with 28-16 off of some nice alley-oops. Then we jump right into the fourth quarter, where Grizz Gaming tried to make it close down the stretch with an and-one dunk from Authentic African. A big 3 from J-Rod off the inbound, and a sweet bounce pass down the lane from Vandy to Authentic African to make it a single-digit deficit with 4.5 remaining. Unfortunately, rookie Bear the Beast knocks down a dagger 3 behind the screen in the final minutes to put his squad back up by double digits and secure their first ever franchise win, 53-39. Your Intel player of the game, Hood, finishes with 15, 2, and 3. But we got to show some love to the rookies, Bear the Beast and Dr. JoJo, for finishing with 13 and 11. JoJo almost shot perfect from the field, shooting 5 of 6. Game number 2, we saw the back-to-back for Grizz Gaming as they traveled to the nation's capital to take on Wizards District, with the newly acquired Dayfry at center and Demon JT, the vocal leader from season number 1, return to run DC. As we tipped off game number 2, everyone looked to see if Grizz Gaming could get some offense going early, as it was lacking in game number 1, and Authentic African did just that by getting some dunks and steals right off the tip. Then, not to be outdone by the big man, Wizards District Gaming, Dayfry answered back with a dunk of his own, and JT knocked down a big 3 from the half-court logo to get him going into the half as they led 29-24. With the Grizz keeping up on the offensive side, we jump into quarter number 4, where it came down to a shootout in DC as J-Rod knocked down a 3 to make it 18 points for him. Then Reese the God answered back with a 3 of his own to grab 15 points for him. However, in the final minute, Grizz Gaming tried to fend off the Wizards as Authentic African got an and-one dunk to help his team, but he couldn't convert the free throw. After that, Dayfry gets big in the paint and gets an and-one dunk of his own, making it a 2-point game, and then converts the free throw. With 9.6 seconds remaining, the Wizards were down by 2 and set to inbound as they inbounded it into JT, who put up a beautiful midi to tie. Everyone wanted him to go for 3, but he secured the tie. And then right after that, the Grizz, with a chance to steal the victory, inbound with Toxic from the sideline. And who else but Dayfry, the workhorse, grabs the steal in the paint, giving the Wizards one last chance to possibly steal this win here in DC. Now, with 3.4 seconds remaining, a chance to steal this win here in DC. It came down to the buzzer off the inbound. JT finds the rookie user pick in the paint, who puts up a beautiful pump fake and goes up at the buzzer to make the game-winning shot 62-60. Your Intel player of the game, Dayfry, finishing with 21 points and 9 rebounds, plus the steal of the game. For our final game of group number 3, we saw TWolves Gaming at home against Wizards District, who just came back off of a narrow victory in the final seconds of their game over the Grizz. Now with the matchup set, both teams sitting at 1-0, the Twin City duo of Bear the Beast and Hood were set to take on the duo from DC, JT and Dayfry. To kick things off, we saw both JT and Bear knock down shots from the outside, and Wizards started on a little run until late in the first quarter, where everything changed and the flood siren started to blare as the TWolves Gaming ended the first quarter on a 9-0 run to only trail by 15-14, and that run didn't stop, folks, as the Timberwolves continued to dominate on defense, and their hot offense ended the first half on a 35-9 run and scored 26 points in the second quarter alone. At the half, they led 40-24, and the Twin City duo, Bear the Beast and Hood, both had 11 points each and held the DC duo, JT, with 9 and Dayfry with only 4, and the Wizards combined shot 9 of 25 from the field. Heading into the third and fourth quarter of action, the floodwaters continued to rise as Timberwolves Gaming finished with a 70-30 run and defeated the Wizards 75-45. The team from Minnesota was having fun during the flood with your Intel player of the game, Bear the Beast, who finished with 22 and 9. Hood finished with 19, and Feast finished with 16 and 13, allowing TWolves Gaming to move on to Saturday's bracket of 8 for the single elimination weekend tournament. Now heading into group number 4, game number 4 of the night saw us kick it off between Heat Check Gaming and 76ers GC with what was going to be a great tale of the tape, as 76ers GC, the Season 1 tip-off champions, with Radiant, the MVP of that tournament, returning against Heat Check Gaming, who knocked them out of the Season 1 playoffs to go into the finals and finish runners-up in Season 1. With that kind of hype and background heading into this game, we expected a back-and-forth affair, and it was entirely that for all 4 quarters until the final minutes, where Heat Check Gaming trailed by 4, and on defense, they were able to force the 76ers into a bad shot and get a fast break where a hot shot threw down to make it a 2-point deficit. Then the next possession, Heat Check Gaming got the steal from Hotshot and was able to run it down with Majestic to tie the game at 61-61 with 25 seconds left. After a timeout, 76ers GC got the inbound with Steez from the sideline to work down the clock as much as possible. When they were able to, they had the screen and slip with Steez, who was found off of a great pass from Radiant in the paint to secure the victory in dramatic fashion, 63-61 over Heat Check Gaming. Your Intel player of the game, Radiant, finishes with a double-double at 19 and 10 to kick off season number 2. Steez, as well for 76ers Gaming, also finished with a double-double. Moving on to game number 5, Heat Check at home against the boys from Sacktown, Kingsguard Gaming. The debut of the new Kingsguard Gaming squad, who only had 1 returning player from their Season 1 team and the 3rd overall pick in the Season 2 draft, BP, Coming into the tip-off tournament, Kingsguard had questions about chemistry and trade rumors. They were put into a strong group with Heat Check Gaming and the 76ers GC. As the game started, Kingsguard looked decent with a big throwdown from ball-like seam, and BP was showing off his handles, leading into a deep three. Unfortunately, as we head into the fourth quarter, Heat Check Gaming returned to form and started to run away with the ball game as they had two killer back-to-back alley-oops and this back-to-the-basket throwdown by Lottie in transition to help them seal the victory over Kingsguard 58-46. Your intel player of the game was Hotshot, who finished with a double-double, 20 and 16. He was helped by the rookie point guard sensation J Money, who played really well with 15 and 8. Now our final game of the evening for night number 2 of the tip-off tournament here with the NBA 2K League. Game number 6, the nightcap, saw the 76ers travel to Sacktown for a chance to secure a win and move out of group play and into Saturday's 8-team single elimination bracket. We jump into the end of the second quarter where Nudini throws up a last-second three to beat the buzzer before the half and put the 76ers gaming squad up 28-25 heading into halftime. Then on to the fourth, where 76ers GC started to run away with the game against the Kings with a couple of jams from Steez and Radiant, and then Radiant knocked down a three to give him 16 points to end the night and also end the tournament for the Kings, as the 76ers will move out of group play and on to Saturday's 8-team bracket with a victory of 57-47. Your intel player of the game, Steez, who finished with 11 points, 8 rebounds, 4 assists. Radiant finishes with 16 points and 6 assists, and Nudini finishes with 13 points, shooting 3 of 4 from 3. Kingsguard Gaming saw BP go for 22. And that concludes this episode of 2K Courtside with your boy, SnowBikeMike, as we wrap up night number 2 of the NBA 2K League tip-off tournament here in New York. We got to see Group 3 and Group 4 play out their 3 games each, and we're going to see the TWolves gaming squad and 76ers GC move on to Saturday's bracket of 8 for that single elimination tournament. Who will get one step closer to that $120,000 prize pool? We'll find out on Saturday. Make sure to tune in for night number 3's coverage coming your way tomorrow. This is SnowBikeMike saying thanks for taking a run with me. You can catch me here on youtube.com/SnowBikeMikeGaming. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe if you liked the content from this evening's 2K Courtside. We'll see you tomorrow.